Before we start, please turn off your lights and listen closely. This is a true story that happened to me when I was 6 years old. My mom and I moved into a new house. It was gray and had a basement. Every night my mom would go down to the basement and shut the door. But every morning when I woke up, the door was open again. I didn't like that house. One night when I was hiding under my covers listening, I heard what sounded like footsteps coming down the basement stairs. At first, it was slow and methodical, but then fast and heavy. Suddenly, the basement door creaked open. I peeked over the edge of the bed and saw the door slowly open. The breathing sounded closer now. I couldn't see anything, but whatever was down there seemed to be getting closer. I buried my head back under the covers, hugging my teddy bear until the breathing stopped. In the morning, I got out of bed and walked downstairs. I found my toy soldier at the top of the basement stairs. I walked over and reached down to pick it up, and when I did, something grabbed my wrist. Startled, I looked around. There was no one there. Then I heard a raspy voice. "Don't tell her I'm here." Before I could respond, another voice cut in. "She'll only get upset." Then I saw him. He had very pale skin, long fingers, and wore a blue shirt and pants. "Don't tell her I'm here," he repeated, and then he vanished. I ran upstairs and hid in my room. I wanted to tell my mom, but she would have just dismissed it as an overactive imagination. That's what she always did. So I kept quiet and pretended that nothing happened. But then strange things began to occur. Food went missing from the refrigerator. My drawings were torn up, and I heard humming under the floorboards. Then one night I saw my mom talking to someone by the basement door. I called out to her, "Mom, who are you talking to?" She turned around, startled. "Oh, no one. Just come downstairs for dinner." But when I went down there, no one was there. "Just an old habit," Mom said, giving me a weird look. "Sometimes I just talk out loud." That night I refused to go down to the basement, and my mom let me sleep in her bed instead. But in the middle of the night, I woke up and saw the man from before standing at the foot of the bed. "Don't tell her I'm here," he whispered. His eyes were black, bottomless pits, and he smelled like dirt. "You smell like the ones before you," he added, reaching out toward me with a finger. I screamed and buried my face in my mom's pillow. She stirred and pulled me close. Maybe she sensed my fear because she didn't ask any questions. But the next day I went down to the basement while she was out running errands. Behind the old furnace, I found a hole in the wall. On the other side was a blanket and a rocking horse. Next to it, I found a picture of my mom and a young boy who wasn't me. On the wall beside it, I read these words, "Still here, still waiting." A month later, we moved out of that house. But before we did, I asked my mom if she knew the man in the basement. "Who are you talking about?" she asked. "The man in the basement, the one who's always there, waiting." Mom paused. "He used to live here before you were born," she said quietly, "but he never really left. Years have passed and now I live in a different place. But sometimes when I'm home alone late at night, I can still hear him breathing outside my door, just like before. He's still waiting." Have you ever felt something watching you in the dark? Comment below and tell me your creepiest experience. And don't forget to hit that like button for more scary stories based on actual events. Stay safe out there. And if you need help with nightmares or anxiety, try to stay busy during the day and keep yourself distracted. Most importantly, don't go down to the basement if you hear those sounds. The man in the basement doesn't want you to, and he's not the only one. Watch this video next to find out why.